guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back for another video. As you guys can see, I'm filming something that I've wanted to film for so long, but I've always put off because I have felt that it doesn't correlate with my channel. But this new year I have decided that I'm filming what I want to film. You guys might have seen it in my Get Ready With Me life updates. I want to film some more kind of like personal videos, some more advice videos this year. I love giving advice, even if it's not the best form of advice, but I literally love chatting and rambling, and I just want to introduce that to my channel a little bit more. So as I'm sure you are aware, this is going to be a university advice video. So if you are a student or you're looking to maybe become a student, this video might be the one for you. I am going to be talking all about third year experiences of university. I've decided I'm going to do 3 of these videos. I'm going to do first, second and third year experiences, and then any other requests for videos on specific things, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to film that. So if you want a specific video on dissertations, a specific video on my course, my exact university, just stuff like that, accommodation, whatever it is, let me know in the comments because I will do specific videos. But I've decided I'm going to do like first, second and third year experiences, and I'm actually going to start backwards. I'm going to start with my third year experience today just because it's my most recent one. It was the year I graduated. I remember the most about it. I feel like I have the most to say on it. A lot more happened to me in third year than first and second, and I just want to start backwards because my memory's better that way, and we'll get to first year when I've kind of had a refresher. So as most of you are aware, I actually went to the University of Nottingham, up a little picture of it here somewhere, and I graduated with a first class honours in American history. It's actually called American and Canadian Culture, History and Language, something like that. I went with the intent to do philosophy, but I ended up changing. That will be for another time. I'll talk about that in my first year uni experiences video. But yeah, I ended up changing and I switched to American Studies, which I couldn't be happier about, guys. I absolutely loved my degree. I was so passionate about it. I loved the whole 3 years, particularly third year when you have much more flexibility with your options. But yes, that's just a little breakdown firstly of what I was doing at uni. Now, I feel like we should start where any third year experience starts, and that is sorting out your third year home. Now, you might decide to stay on in the same house that you had from second to third year, the same flat, the same group of friends, all of that good stuff, and that's fab. I had a lot of friends that did that. They got on super well with everyone that they lived with in second year. They decided to transition that over into third year. It just fitted really nicely. Now, for my friendship group, it kind of went all a bit haywire. Some of us were going abroad. My friend Katie went abroad for a year. She actually did my course, and there was a choice to go abroad, and she chose to take it. One of our other friends who did medicine wanted to live with her medic group of girls. Another group of girls wanted to live with some other people. So it just kind of all went a little bit skew with. My first bit of advice would be sort out your third year accommodation as early as possible. It's the same as your second year house, you know? You want the best accommodation that you can find for your budget, and the longer you leave it, the less likely that's going to be because there's going to be less available and everyone's going to start to have, you know, picked their house. So that would be my first piece of advice that we did definitely not follow, just because we had things kind of changing, numbers changing and all of that. We ended up looking at a few houses that all got taken, and we eventually found a house that we thought would be the one. It turned out to be the one, and I'm really happy that it did in the end. It wasn't necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing house, but it fit really nicely for the group of girls that I ended up living with. So yes, my piece of advice for third year is still be organised. I know you guys have got so much more work in second year to try and figure out what's going to be happening down the line, but it really is useful and helps. Sorry, my friend's texting me about boy drama and I just can't deal with it right now. Stressful. Anyways, secondly, don't be scared if things go wrong or not the way that you think they're gonna go. That totally happened for me and my friends. We actually ended up having 2 new girls join our house. We had a friend of ours that we were friendly with in first year. She went away for a year and then she came home and she ended up living with us in third year. She fit really nicely into the group. But we also had an experience where we needed somebody else to live in our house. We'd found this house, it was 5 bedrooms. We needed one other person, and whew, that was a stressful experience. We posted on our kind of university Facebook page, which I'm sure most of you guys might have if you are in second year and you're looking for someone to live with. Don't panic, it will work out. we posted on our kind of social group for our university, help, we need someone to live with, and we got a few responses back. We had a girl come over to our house and we just sort of spoke to her about us as a group and like that we'd like to go out a lot, and does she, and just like to see if we had enough in common, because I do think to live with someone you've got to have things in common. I think if you've got a similar routine, it makes things way easier, as I'm sure you guys might have worked out from first and second year. We met one of our really good friends, we got on with her straight away. She lived with us for the last year of university and she's so fab. She's still one of my friends now. I absolutely love her. I think she's such a great girl. So we were really lucky. I mean, obviously you go through that phase where you're panicked and you're worried and you're like, are we going to find someone to live with? We found someone who turned out to be one of our closest friends. So third year can sort of, I personally made most of my friends in third year, so you definitely do meet people along the way that you wouldn't be expecting to meet. But yeah, I made some of my closest friends in third year, and the whole house thing, it will work out. Okay guys, the second thing I want to talk to you about is degrees. So we've done the housing thing, now let's talk about the serious kind of academic aspect of third year, and that is your degree. Now I can only speak from my perspective, which was more of an arts perspective. I did American like history and culture and literature, so it's definitely not your economics, maths, science, you know, medicine, those sorts of subjects. So yeah, this video might not be useful for you guys, but just speaking from my perspective, third year was really strange for me. I did a subject in which a lot of people left for the year to do a semester or a year abroad. They went to America to do a year abroad. A load of my really close friends left. It was an adjustment period for me that I found really strange at the start, just because I was kind of on my own, and I had a couple friends that I was friendly with from second year, but not on the same level as some of my girlfriends that left to go to America. So I was definitely in a bit of a tiz when I first started third year, but I actually found it the best experience ever, and I made some of my closest friends in third year. And I think that was because we had a smaller sort of group, because people had left. It became way easier to make friends, and we'd already done that awkward process of making them in first year, that by the time third year came around, it was kind of like you just built up enough confidence to speak and make friends, and yeah, it just became really natural. So I met some really lovely people in my third year of experience. So don't worry if you feel like a load of people are going abroad and you're going to be on your own. You won't be. Remember, seminars are a really easy way to make friends. Just like reaching out and talking to someone, like, the thought of it is way scarier than the reality, you know. What's the worst that's going to happen? Someone's going to be a bit rude, but if they're a bit rude, you wouldn't be friends with them anyway. So it's worth just branching out, trying it. Definitely go to socials and social events. Don't forget that just because you're in third year. I mean, obviously third year is about working as hard as possible, and for me, 2/3 of my degree were in the balance in third year. I also had my dissertation, which was worth a huge percentage of my overall mark at the end. So that is things to consider, and obviously it's a frightening, daunting kind of, you know, thing to have in the back of your head, but don't let that impact your entire third year experience, because I had my favourite year in third year, which I know is kind of a crazy claim. Most people have their best year in first year. No, my favourite year was third year. So just a little subheading in this kind of thing that I want to talk about regarding work. I wrote a dissertation. So for a lot of arts-based subjects, you do write a dissertation. Mine is, how many words is this? I can't even remember. Mine is 13,000 words. I wrote my dissertation on untangling the politics surrounding African-American hair, the search for black womanhood. So even though I did a subject which was history-based, I chose more of a culture-based topic. And yeah, I mean, it's a hefty thing. Like, I don't even think my family have really read it because it's quite heavy. If you want an entire video on my dissertation, my degree, like more kind of in-depth specifics about my course, because if you are interested in doing my course at university, you might want to know more about that. But yeah, this is what my dissertation was on, and I'm so proud of it. It was definitely the most hard work I've ever had to do, but it's so worth it in the end. If you're in the process of starting your dissertation, don't worry, it seems really daunting, you will get there. I think my best piece of advice is plan. Don't forget your dis. I know you've probably got loads of other things going on like essays and exams, but definitely timetable in an hour, 2 hours, kind of just increase the hourly amount per week of time spent on your dis, and that will help you so much. Give yourself little goals and deadlines. You will make it work. It will work. Don't panic, and then you'll have something to be super proud of. I'm so proud of my dissertation. It's such a nice feeling, like having something to submit that is just such a huge piece of work. So yeah, I can talk way more about this if you guys are interested, like tips and tricks for maybe doing like a good diss. By the way, I don't think I'm like the queen of advice, but I want to be able to sort of speak about the stuff that interests me on here, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm Little Miss Cocky, but I just love talking about this kind of thing. Okay guys, the third thing that I want to talk to you about is nights out. Now, within this kind of topic, I want to talk to you about alcohol, drugs, boys, girls, whatever your preference is. I want to talk to you guys about the social aspect of uni in third year. Now, you think that you've kind of done it because you did first year, you did second year, and now you're here and you're in third year and it's all work, no fun. That definitely wasn't the case for me. I had my favourite year, my best nights out, and met the nicest people in third year. I don't know if it was a confidence thing, that it took me a couple of years to get into the kind of routine. I don't know if it was just luck and that was just the way things kind of came, you know, into my life, but that is how it happened for me. Now, regarding nights out in third year, I am one of those girls that there were a lot of heavy drug nights out at Nottingham. Again, I can talk about all of this in a separate video because this is a big topic, and I think it's a big topic with people in my age range. I would say from like 18 to maybe like mid to late 20s. I think it is a big issue, so I can totally talk more about this, but I want to speak about it here. I'm not gonna like sit here and pretend that I didn't have friends that did drugs. I did have friends that did drugs. I still do have friends that do them, but I don't, and that's just a personal choice for me. I am one of those weird kind of girls that the thought of putting something into my system when I don't have an ingredients list for it freaks me the F out. So I just want you to know that if you feel like you're in first, second or third year, whatever year of university you're in, or even if you're not in university and people around you are getting involved in that whole scene and you yourself don't feel comfortable, do not feel that you have to engage in the same things that they do. Honestly, have that self-awareness and like that assurance in yourself that you don't have to. I didn't. They're still my friends, you know, I still have fun nights out with them, even though we're in two different places. I like my wine, I like my alcohol. I feel that I can have just as much fun when I'm drinking as whatever they're getting up to. So yeah, I managed to do 3 years of university at what was, you know, some kind of like druggy nights out, I guess you could say. I hate using that kind of term because I think a night out should just be a night out. But you know, heavy like music, DJs, house music, all of that. I did it and I just had alcohol and I had a really fun time. So that does still carry on into third year. So if you're in first or second year and it's maybe just sort of creeping its way into your social group, it definitely stays. But one thing I want you to remember is your friends should be friends with you because they like you, not because you're cool or because you've done something or haven't done something or you own a certain thing, or you know, just that I hate that. You want friends that are going to be there for you if you call them at 2 in the morning, like not just because they're social people and they want to go on a night out with you, you know what I mean? And I think that's one thing that you've got to be so wary of at university, is there are people who do just want to go and it be a social experience, which is great and so much fun, and so did I, but I also wanted to come out with girlfriends and boyfriends and friends that I had for the rest of my life, like not just these people that I wanted to get drunk with or they wanted to just do stupid stuff with. So that's my little rant on that. Obviously you can do what you want to do, it's your life and you're entitled to that, but I just wanted you to know where I stand. So yes, that does continue into third year, but I think how you deal with it is definitely a lot different. I used to, in second year, have a bit more of a rougher time with kind of like going on nights out and understanding that people wanted to do that. But in third year, I was like, you know what, it's their life, so let them do them and you do you, and you will have a great night either way if you're with your good friends. So yes, that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing is just because you are overloaded with work, do not feel that you cannot have a night out. You can treat yourself to a night out, whether it's dinner with a friend, drinks with a friend. You have to get that balance right. And it's not like school and it's not like living at home. You don't have parents there to sort of be like, you know, have a bath, relax, go out with a friend, come out and have dinner with me. So you need to do that for yourself. I was really lucky. I had a sushi restaurant across the road from me. One of my really good friends that I live with, we are so alike. She works so hard. She's currently doing a master's in neuroscience, so she definitely isn't one to sort of slack, but we still had fun, you know. We would still go for downtime and a glass of wine or 2 or 3 and a meal, but we would still do our work. So as long as you have that sort of balance, whether that means working all day and then taking your evenings off, whether that means chilling more in the mornings and doing work afternoon, evening, whatever kind of suits you, but definitely have that balance. Do not forget that social is still supposed to be a social experience, you know? You still want to have fun in your life. So don't think that it's going to be all work and no play, because it definitely is not. Okay guys, the next thing I want to talk about, I think this is like topic number 4. Sorry if this video is really long. I just want to talk and ramble and chat and yeah. Graduation. So you've done all your work, you've got your results. That day before you get your results is one of the most stressful experiences ever. My friend had a party at his house and we all went to his house, and I remember like my housemate was like, I'm so nervous, I feel so sick, I feel so anxious, and I was like, I don't feel anxious, I feel fine. And I went to this party and I came home from the party like an hour later because their house was opposite ours, and I just got into bed and I said to my housemate, I am freaking out, I feel sick, I feel nervous. It's one of the worst feelings, but don't worry, it will all work out. You know, there's always resits, there's always ways that you can sort of fix problems if you feel like you really haven't got what you're supposed to get. And remember that having a degree doesn't always equal having a great job. So if you haven't got what you were expecting, it's not the end of the world. Speak to your tutor about it, they should be able to help you. Speak to someone in the department's place about it. But one of my biggest pieces of advice is, if you're having something throughout the year that's stopping you from doing your work to what you feel is your fullest potential, that's when you need to speak up. Not really when you get your result. You need to sort of speak up before and be like, I'm struggling, or I've got this going on, I need, you know, I need extra time, or whatever the issues are, because that's when your tutors can help you much more, rather than when you've got your grade. It's much more difficult for them to sort of edit and, you know, help with resits. So that's one of my pieces of advice there. But the day of graduation is one of those days that I think, you know, we'll never forget. I loved my graduation. I graduated with some really great people, some really good friends, even though a few of my closest ones were on their year abroad. But yeah, I still graduated with some of my really close friends, and it's a lovely day. It's definitely overwhelming. Don't be scared to go up there. Like, go up there with confidence, get your degree, get your diploma, get your photos, and really like just enjoy the day. You've done it all, the hard work is paid off. So yeah, just once graduation comes around, you're chilling. Yeah, definitely enjoy those last few weeks. Do everything that you sort of plan to do with your friends and just have fun. You know, you've worked so hard in 3rd year, and you really have, and you definitely have some low points where you feel like, is this ever gonna end? You're in the library for like 5 hours, you feel like you've never left that place, you see the same people coming in and out, you've had 4 coffees, trust me, I know exactly how you feel, but those last 3 weeks kind of make up for all of those low points and all of those times when you've worked really, really hard, and it does pay off. So yeah, just have fun in those last couple of weeks at uni. That would be my best bit of advice. Okay guys, so that was my 3rd year advice chatty rant video. I don't stop talking. If you watched this video for the length that it was, thank you so much, that's so nice of you. I know I talk so much, but I just wanted to kind of get all of my experiences from 3rd year out there. I just wanted to give you guys my best pieces of advice. If you're new, if you're starting uni, if you're about to go into 3rd year, if you're thinking about going to uni, whatever the case is. I'm going to be doing these hopefully weekly, so this will be my first one. I will upload my second one next week, and then the last one the week after. So it'll be 3rd, 2nd and 1st year advice. If you have any specific questions for my next segment of this, which will be all about 2nd year, don't forget to leave it in the comments. And if you have any requests for specific videos, so if you want an entire video on my course, my specific uni, you know, if you want a whole video just on like making friends at uni, or on the social aspect, whatever it is that you are worried about or questioning about, go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you want to be anonymous or something, you can go and DM me on my Instagram. I'll leave a link to my Instagram. I'll leave the name here, but I'll leave a link below. So you guys can always message me over there. I would love to do some more like advice style videos, whether that's on like problems that you're having or whatever it may be. I just love these chatty videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching and understanding that not everything I want to film is always about fashion. Sometimes I want to talk about some other random things. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did like it, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. Please hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.